So here we are, 2022, February, right? All right, so they fired me from my job, not because of the reason that we had the meeting in the first place, but because what happened as subsequently of that meeting. In a short story, this house nigga said that I didn't tell the new guy what trash can to put the cardboard box in. Or excuse me, I didn't tell him I found the keys to the regular trash can. But that doesn't prevent him from throwing the rest of the shit in its proper location. Shit, he doesn't have a license and you still kept him. Okay, Rent-A-Center. You'll be liable for somebody. But I digress, moving forward. So, as a result of that, getting fired from Rent-A-Center, right? I ended up talking to my uncle. That's the only person that knows right now. And I was telling him my understanding and interpretation as a result of those conversations the manager and I had while at Rent-A-Center. And what things you might ask, for example. He actually used Jesus while knowing that Jesus is not his original name as a historical reference to prove a point. There's too many flaws in that. Too many flaws in your reference, sir. If he was Hebrew, do you think his name was Jesus? What land does Hebrew come from? Okay. Moving on. And so I continued on and I told my uncle, I said, listen, man. You know, it's funny because these people here will have you thinking like entitlement. They'll have you under the idea and the ism of entitlement. Now, what are you saying, Amma, you might say? For example, you have parents that feel so entitled enough to kick their children out, right? I want you to listen clearly to what I just said. You have parents, plural. 2, coming together to pay rent, to have a roof over their head. Willing to kick their one child out on his own? What is he going to do? Instantly find a mate? So then when they bring in that child too early into life, playing house, whose fault is that? Well, you got to share some of the blame because you actually have to take responsibility. But nevertheless, beginning at the beginning. So, parents, did you raise baby sharks that automatically know how to feed and fend for themselves as soon as they come out the womb? Is that what you did? I mean, I find it hella peculiar that we're still in the same position 400 years later. Right? And so, my analysis of the situation is, has what we've been doing, has that been working for you? Has it been working? Things getting better? Are they starting to get better? I understand faith without works. Got it. Shit. Look at Martin Luther King. You can't say no faith without works ain't there. So then, it goes back to well, shit, we've been doing this for 300-400 years, right? Hasn't been working. We were still doing it. Until like all of a sudden to the point that COVID came, and then now we have to, it's like forcing you to research. Alright? But I digress. The whole reason I even brought that up was because who benefits? My enemy's enemy is my ally. Fine. Question. Who benefits from you feeling so pompous and so selfish and egotistical to say this is my house when you live in an apartment? You might say, hey, I ain't got a condo. Okay, it's your house living. It's your house renting your condo. Some of you might even be like, hey, I got a house. All right? And I say this to you. It's your house. But on whose land? And that's the picture holistically, right? So we're sitting here advocating, oh, you're 18 years old, right? You got to go do something. Go get a job, because that's what grown people do. What the fuck? Why aren't we telling our kids to go, like, invent and create? We're advocating for them to just be fucking workers. Are you serious? You're 18. Go out and get a job. Why? Because that's what we do. Do we know anything else? Do we know about LLCs, nonprofits, and shit like that? Do we know anything else? Boosting the credit score, juggling credit cards, which is legal. Do we know anything else? What did your parents tell you when you were approaching the 18 years of age? They send you to the pipeline, K through 12, straight to college, teaching you more scripted bullshit, leading you away from the truth. And I know some might argue and debate with me, and that's fine. But initially, there's nobody, like, if that was the case, why are they still teaching? Why is this Christopher Columbus shit credible? At all. Like, your big brother, big sister that goes to college should come home and be like, yeah. No.